Hello, everyone, and welcome to this very special interview. I'm Maree McCabe, CEO of Dementia Australia, and I am delighted to be joined today by Maggie Beer AO. I begin by formally acknowledging the traditional custodians of the lands on which we're meeting today and pay my respects to elders past and present and to our shared futures. Today, I'm joining you from Woiwurrung lands. Now, the context of my interview today with Maggie is May is International Mediterranean Diet Month. It is a perfect opportunity to talk about the importance of nutrition for brain health. And as part of our ongoing Eat, Play, Rest campaign, we're connecting Australians with practical tips on how to improve and maintain brain health. I could not think of a better person to talk about the eat element of the campaign and the importance of a brain healthy diet. Now, please let me welcome and introduce you all to Maggie. Maggie Beer is an Australian food icon. In 2010, as Senior Australian of the Year, when visiting many aged care homes, Maggie was inspired to improve and change the food and dining experience for older Australians. Maggie believes, and she will no doubt tell us more, that beautiful seasonal food that gives pleasure and goodness is the key to well-being of residents in aged care and indeed for us all. In 2014, Maggie established the Maggie Beer Foundation to advocate, educate, facilitate research and share the latest knowledge and skills required with cooks and chefs working in aged care. Maggie, welcome. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm absolutely delighted. Now, what inspired you to focus on healthy eating and good nutrition in aged care?
Well, Maree, as you said, when I was Senior Australian of the Year, I went to a lot of aged care homes and it was right in front of my eyes when I think food has been so important to me every day of my life. My love of it, my understanding of it, and I feel it's our responsibility to give everybody good food, but none more than those in aged care unable to cook for themselves, unable to sort of live the life they have until they've gone into aged care. So I just couldn't bear not having good food for everybody. And it is possible to do, and that's the main thing.
And Maggie, I think that's the really important message, that it actually is possible to do.
Yes.
And my next question, can people start eating well to improve their brain health at any age? Are we never too old or too young?
We're never too old. We're definitely never too young. And I did this book with Professor Ralph Martins, Maggie's Recipes for Life. But it really was Professor Ralph Martins, as you would know, is a leading researcher into dementia, into Alzheimer's. And I took his science and put my food with it. And it wasn't for aged care, it was for whole of life. But it is never too late to go back to, if you've had a terrible diet, it's not too late. You can pick it up and just make it part of your life every day from now on.
Maggie, I've got that book. I love it. There are some fabulous recipes in it. And I love that what's blended in that book is the science with practical day-to-day recipes and tips. It really is fantastic. Maggie, what are some of the Mediterranean diet tips to get brain healthy foods into our diet? Well,
it's to have every vegetable, every gold, red, orange vegetable that there is, all the greens, all for the antioxidants, to have legumes as part of your diet, and to have lots of fish in your diet. And even tin of sardines has real value for fish in your diet. There is it's just the easiest diet in the world. Lots of protein and dairy, and just a very varied diet. But it is all, what I'm lucky about here is I live in a Mediterranean climate. So every food that fits into the Mediterranean diet, I can grow. And it doesn't mean that meat is also part of it, but smaller portions of meat, vegetables, legumes, grains, and fresh, in season, incredibly important. And the importance of herbs. Parsley packs the most amazing punch. Herbs and spices are really important to the Mediterranean diet and to our diet, everybody's diet.
Yeah. Maggie, can I ask you, we're coming into winter here. I'm just wondering, do you have a favourite recipe for winter?
Oh, I happen to love kale.
Right.
I love kale. You know, it seems to separate people, but I make a lovely kale tart that is, I think it's in the book. But when you blanch kale and then toss it in extra virgin olive oil, and you might do something as simple like, I'm surrounded by quinces at the moment and pears, and a little bit of fruit tossed off in the oil before you toss the kale can sort of sweeten up the kale for those that think, oh, kale is a terrible vegetable. It's a beauty.
That's a fabulous tip, Maggie. Thank you, because a lot of people shy away from kale. So getting that tip is that's really great. Maggie, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you to everybody who's joined us. And I really do encourage you, if you're looking for more information or support, please contact the National Dementia Helpline on 1800 100 500, and to follow at Eat Play Rest Australia or eatplayrest.org.au for more brain healthy recipes and ideas. Thank you all. Have a great rest of the day. Bye now.